become best friends?
Yup.
You want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Big part of friendship.
I like you. Do you like me?
I do like you.
You are my friend.
You're a nice young man, and I am your friend.
Shut up, mate. I got friends now. I don't need you anymore.
You're my best friend.
Friend requests.
The friend request?
Why you ain't accept my friend request, bro? But you don't want to be my friend.
Welcome to the friend request, y'all. It's your host, Chloe Madron. And guess what? Happy release day. Today is the day, July 10th. I am releasing my hour of stand-up comedy, hot girl stuff, disordered eating, and crippling self-hate. Guys, it's up now, so you can go check it out. It is on my Patreon for this podcast, so it's only $5, and I know you're like, what? Sometimes these things are free. I'm sorry, I'm broke. No, I actually am trying to finance a tour with the money made from the show, okay? Because y'all are always like, come here, come there, and I'm like, how? That's crazy. What else is crazy? Well, crazy good. Today's episode. Okay, you're gonna love it, man. I almost cried multiple times, but also laughed a heck of a lot. So it's like everything that you could want. I think you're going to just lose your banana brains with enjoyment. So please go listen, go check it out. Today's episode with the wonderful, beautiful Anisa Nandaula. It is so nice to see you.
I know, it's been a billion years, it feels like.
I know. I mean, for the listeners, I think I did explain, I already did the intro. I said that we met in Brisbane.
Yes.
It's been some time.
Yeah.
What are you doing down here? Just comedy store run?
Yeah, comedy store run. I did
Nice.
film some videos.
Good.
And I did a writer's room.
Oh, that's exciting. What for?
It was for, do you know Kevin's show?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
cool.
it was so much fun.
Oh, that's
It was
good.
a very cool show.
That's awesome, man. I have
Yeah.
I'm in the application process to get into a writer's room for an internship, and I'm really hoping I get it because I'm like, man, that just sounds great.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, there's many more that I'm certain you're going to get.
Yeah.
The curls.
Oh, thank you. It's a bit, I've been staying at my mum's house. I don't know if she wants me to blow a spot up. I think she's pretty fine about it. She got a facelift and
Okay, nice.
she's not at a house. She's at a hotel 'cause she's in Brisbane, but she's in Sydney getting this facelift, and I've been looking after her. So it's like hotel shampoo. So I don't feel like it's the nicest, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Can you see her face yet?
Yeah.
It looks good?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What's a
Yeah.
facelift like?
Like they cut all around and then they pull the skin tighter and sew it all up. It's
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
crazy.
To get rid of the wrinkles?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it expensive?
Yeah.
How much?
Like 30K.
Damn.
Yeah.
But it gets rid of the wrinkles forever?
I don't know. We'll see.
It would be a solid amount of time, you reckon?
For a while.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
But
so
people do
cool.
go and get like another facelift after amount of time.
Wow.
It's crazy. She looked amazing before.
That's
She's- But yeah.
That's so cool to me because I used to like not see the point of cosmetic surgery, and then I saw some like before and after, and
Then
I'm
you
like,
saw someone real ugly.
and I was like, good, get in there. I was like, you look better after.
Yeah. Sometimes that is the way.
Yeah.
I have it in my head. I'm like, you know, I mean, deeply insecure just being a person alive. But
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I won't get anything done because then when I'm a star, they'll want to cast people in movies that don't have anything done.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know. They want, like, yeah, we need someone who looks like a normal person, maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
And it's really interesting because when I see movies and I see someone who looks like a normal person, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my
there?
God, that's so true.
You're ruining the world.
Ugh, yuck.
They usually play like a homeless dude, and even then it's like a hot person made
That's
to
true.
look dirty.
That's very true.
Yum yum. Thank you.
Oh my God, no, of course. We've actually never really gotten to know each other that well, so I'm really excited.
We have never had the chance.
Yeah, I remember there was one time we went to a gig somewhere that was far, and I was in your car with you, and that was probably the longest.
No. Connor Blackley's car.
Ah, Connor's car. All right, we were in the same car.
We're in the same car, yeah.
Yeah, it was the longest time we got to hang out and chat, but I don't know much about you, so now I want to know everything.
Yes.
Start from the start. What's it like growing up in Uganda?
What was it like? I don't have many memories because I was so young, but
Yeah, okay.
super family oriented.
Yeah.
A lot of amazing food.
Ugh, good.
And most of the time was spent in my grandma's house.
Oh, cute. That's nice.
That's just what you do. Like any free time,
Yeah.
every family member goes to grandma's.
Yeah. Oh, that's so lovely.
So wholesome.
I relate to that, like, because this is a friendship podcast, obviously. You know, I'm always talking about how people made friends and who they made friends with as kids. And
Yeah.
I'm always like, I mean, family was such a big one. Just inbuilt friends.
That's right.
It's so good.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just going to
true.
keep popping out.
That's true. How old were you when you moved to Australia?
I was 5.
Oh, that is little.
It's really little, yeah.
Oh my God. So you hadn't started school or anything?
I
Well, you
had
started
started
5, yeah.
school, but I was quite new. So it was really interesting getting to grow up in the Australian system.
I imagine.
But only now do I feel Aussie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
After
takes some
starting
time.
stand-up, interestingly.
Yeah, okay. I think it does wonders for people. Some people stand up.
Yeah, because you have to like understand people's sensibilities
Yeah.
to make them laugh.
That's true. Especially in Brisbane. I think it's notoriously tougher.
Yes.
Right?
Have you found that?
Yeah. Yeah. There are spots down here that are more similar, but it's a great place to start because every time I do a harder gig here, it's like nothing really compared to outside, like rural Queensland or even a lot of gigs in Brisbane.
Yes,
It's great.
you faced the worst of it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, man. Okay. So what was it like then having just moved to Australia, going to school, being around a bunch of Aussie kids and shit, like, and being different?
It was wild because people find it strange, but I didn't know that I was black.
Yeah. Really?
I had no idea. So my first day of school, all the kids were like,
Oh, my God.
I was like, what are we looking at? Even the one brown kid was like,
Oh, my God.
I was like, you? What are you
Really?
shocked about? So that was very strange.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I was different.
Yeah, okay.
And
That's
looking
nice.
back, I was like, because there was even like this like disabled kid.
Mm-hmm.
He had like eyes. You think I'm lying, but it's true. His eyes were kind of to the side of his head.
Okay. Yeah.
And even he was like,
Fish style.
yeah, I'm not going to tag that. That's on you. He was looking at me like I was weird. I was like, you? I'm just black. So that was wild.
Your eyes are on the side of your head, dude.
And I'm the weird one.
It's nice that you didn't notice, though. Like, right?
I mean, I just didn't know how to respond.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not noticing your difference is weird.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It feels like you're not in the room. It's like you're crazy.
Yeah, like you're out of the loop. Yeah. Like you feel crazy. That's crazy.
It's like, you know, when you're in class and it's just that weird kid who's like being weird and yelling now. And it's like, you don't know what
Yeah.
everyone thinks of you.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Oh, God. I live in fear of that, actually.
Yeah. Like, are you that person?
Yeah. Pray to be self-aware.
I know. So yes, not having self-awareness is weird.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like people don't know how to.
Were you a very, like, loud kid, quiet kid? What were you like?
I used to be, when I first came, I was like really outgoing.
Yeah.
And then I kind of retreated
Oh, okay.
because I was like, oh, I'm different.
Yeah.
And then I went into the opposite where I was like, I don't want to be seen. I
Oh,
kind of want
fuck.
to hide and blend in.
Yeah.
And that was me until I came to Brisbane.
Wow.
Yeah.
When was that?
That was when I was in grade 5.
Yeah, okay.
So I started hanging around like a bunch of Asians and
Yeah.
Samoans and Indians.
Where were you before Brisbane?
I was in Rockhampton. Oh. Yeah.
Very white.
The whitest white place in White Town.
And like Brisbane's pretty white. So comparatively far.
I know.
That's crazy.
It was, yeah, really wild. So then being
Damn.
around other people of color, I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
breath of fresh air.
Oh God. Damn. And then you were able to just kind of be more yourself? Or like
It took some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember finding this one girl, her name was Sundus. She was this, what was she? I think she was this Fijian Muslim girl. She wore a hijab. And we were both really different. So we were like, we can be the bullies.
Oh, awesome.
We can turn the tables. And we just bullied white kids for the whole of grade 5. And we reclaimed our power.
This is why you're so good at crowd work.
Thank you, Sindis. Yes. It's something so funny about these, like a Muslim girl and a black girl just being a fucking menace
That's awesome.
and turning the tables.
No, good.
Not the right response,
Are you
but
still friends?
I wish.
Oh.
Like, remember how we terrorized everyone?
Yeah.
We should do that again as adults. I think that's called ISIS, but
God. See, now that's your joke. I'm not going to get on it on. I'll leave that for you.
that's very funny.
The friend request is sponsored by Illume Alliance, helping you on your holistic journey to healing. Go use my code, guys. Discount code is FRIEND for 10% off all of your CBD, THC, melatonin, psilocybin products, all these yummy stuff. Go get into it. The link is everywhere, whatever. Follow them on Instagram, Illume Alliance, and get into that good stuff. It's awesome. Thank you all for supporting the pod. Mwah.
Did you have a bullying phase?
Briefly, kind of. It was my like on and off again girlfriend in high school.
Girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Wow, good on you.
Thank you.
That's a weird
She
response.
was straight, but now she's not, so it's cool.
Okay, great.
But she kind of bullied a couple of other girls, and just because I was such a puppy for her, you know, I was just like, okay, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, but we grew out of it pretty quickly. But it was very similar to the way open micers are, like the way we are when we start and we're just talking shit. It was that kind of like,
Yes.
yeah. But I did feel bad for a second, but it wasn't long. Mostly I was on the other end of things, and even then, no.
Like you getting bullied?
Yeah, but even then it was like I went to a really dodgy high school, my first high school, and there were a couple of girls that would just like chase me and try to steal my shit and try to beat me up and shit.
What high school is this?
It's called Wynnum. Do you know Wynnum?
I know Wynnum.
Wynnum
I didn't
High.
know that was, that was a vibe.
It may not be anymore, but at least when I was there, it was very stabby.
What would they try to steal? Like your pencil case?
I had my phone stolen so many fucking times.
Oh, yes. That's a rite of
Lunch
passage.
money. Yeah. My mum got mad at me. She was like, I can't keep getting your phone.
Yes. They're brown people. They're mom. They're stealing.
No, these girls were white. Well,
That's the scariest kind.
right. Although a lot of the people at my first high school, because there was a massive population of like Kiwi kids, Maori kids, a lot of the white kids wanted to be brown and like were doing New Zealand accents almost.
Yes.
Oh man.
Same with my high school.
It was wild.
It's really fun time to think back on because
Yeah.
I don't know if it's at every school where everyone wanted to be Islander.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they had the little guitars and everyone
Oh,
sang the
yeah.
song and did the dances. Was that your school as well?
100%.
They were so cool back then.
It was really interesting because I then went to a school of arts and it was very different.
What school is this?
It's called Quacky, Queensland Academy for Creative Industries.
Quacky.
I know.
I go to
That's
Quacky.
exactly the vibe. Honestly, we had like little neckerchiefs as part of the uniform. It was,
no.
But there was this, because it was not technically a private school, but it was a school of arts with a lot of funding, and you also pay a little bit. So it was a very mixed population of a lot of private school kids, and then people like me would just come from like the most sterile public schools, and it was very different. Still a lot of singing at lunchtime and stuff, but it's like coordinated. Everyone's breaking out into the Arthur theme song.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
It was fun. It was, but it was also for lack of a better term, cringy, you know?
Yeah. Because you can sing.
I can. Yeah.
Wow. So it was like High School Musical.
It was like High School Musical.
That's so cool.
I rewatched that the other day actually, and I was like, this was the vibe.
It was a vibe. I saw Zac Efron recently and I was like,
What do you think?
first of all, what happened? Second of all, if that's what you look like, where does that leave me? Because I'm kind of in your generation.
He's only 36.
Really?
I Googled it the other day. I think the work that he's had done has made him look a lot older.
No.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm a big live and let live kind of gal. I'm like, you do what you need to, boo. He's still hard. It's just like very different.
Damn, he's
I
only
know.
36.
I know.
I thought he was like 60.
That wouldn't make sense.
That's crazy.
I know.
You age so badly, you defy the laws of time.
It's crazy. I do
did
think
not
it's
know
the
that.
work though. It's not, I don't think it's the actual aging. It's just getting a fucking new jaw and collagen and Botox and all that sort of stuff.
That's really wild.
Yeah.
He was you know what, doesn't matter.
perfect.
He was
really
he was
hot.
actually perfect.
He was really hot.
the most perfect person ever. That's really wild how it's always the most perfect people who have the least confidence, and then the uggos are like, I'm fine.
I know. Oh my God.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's probably got something to do with the way that people, when they're very good looking, are told that all the time, and that's they think is their value.
Right.
You know? And so if they see any part of it slipping or changing the way
Yes.
humans do,
Of course.
they're like, no, I got to grab onto that because I'm nothing else, you know?
this is all
It's
I
pretty
have.
sad.
It
Yeah.
is sad.
I'm going to cry. I'm very hormonal right now.
Please, yeah. I'll probably cry with you.
Good.
For no reason. I love to cry. I
Yeah?
went to a funeral where I didn't know the dude very well. I
Yeah.
was crying as
Oh,
hard
of
as
course.
the family.
Making a scene.
Yeah, no, not whatever his name was. Have you been to a funeral just to cry?
I might now. It sounds cathartic.
I feel so good just to let it out.
I've definitely been at funerals where I didn't know.
How did you respond? Did you
Oh,
cry?
pulling. Yeah, totally. I cry all the time.
Yeah.
I'm very easy cry. I was hard crying earlier for like a solid 20 minutes.
Today?
Yeah.
About what?
Oh, it's so embarrassing. Like career, me, self-doubt, all of this sort of shit, you know, the boring
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
it's
feel
fine.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the podcast for this conversation. Steer us away if not. Do you feel like the more you, because you've done amazing.
Thank
I've
you.
been watching
That
you.
means a
You've
lot
done
coming from
amazing.
you because you've done amazing.
We've both done amazing.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Do you feel like the more you achieve the things you want, the more insecure you feel? Or does
don't
it
know.
make you more confident, or you're just in the same place of what am I doing?
It might be closer to the latter, or I do feel more confident when I get this stuff. But
Great.
then when I'm in between getting achievements and just like, you know, getting in my head with comparisons and all of that sort of stuff, that's when I'm like, oh, I should be doing better. Or yeah, I don't know. I think I have a very high bar for myself, and it's just never being met. But I do think that I have gotten a lot of validation out of achieving.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's not like superfluous. It still serves a purpose.
I think
when
so.
you get something.
Yeah.
You're
What
like,
about
oh.
you?
I don't know. I feel nothing. I feel nothing.
Good.
Every time I get something, I'm like, oh, no, this doesn't make me any happier.
Wow.
Whatsoever.
Okay.
The pursuit of it
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
getting it doesn't make me feel
Damn.
anything.
Fucking hell.
I love the pursuit.
The pursuit is so great. I love, like, yeah, just making stuff is
Yes.
awesome. But I do have to very consciously focus on the good stuff at times. But it's very classic. Like for me, it's just when I slack on the things that I know help my mental health, you know, like
Yes.
the exercise or the
Yes.
good self-talk and all
That's
of these
right.
little things. Or even if I, like this week, had forced time off because I was looking after my mum, you know? So I wasn't able, I was still working on my laptop and stuff, but I wasn't being as productive as I like to be. And I think that like wears away at the self-worth as well, because I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yes.
So stupid. I
I
don't know
feel
how. Yeah?
I think, yeah, when you're not working, the like idle hands
Yeah.
mess with your mind
Yeah.
and let your mind go roam free.
I can't imagine having a holiday.
I know.
Right?
Yeah. I feel that.
No clue. Like if I had a holiday, I'd be like, yeah, well, maybe I could do some gigs and some writing.
Yeah.
Right?
I struggle with holidays because I'll be in like the pool and I'm like, damn, I'm still broke. Even if this is awesome, I'm still, which is a bad way to live, where you're always thinking about what I should have and what I could have. It's like,
It's not good.
yeah, what you have right now is great.
Thank
But
you.
what I love is like, because I wouldn't say I was poor, but maybe poor relatively. It allows me to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Like I went,
Oh, yeah. I
had
get
a
you.
heated blanket and I was like, oh my God.
Yes. Yes. It really does. It makes you appreciate things.
The little things.
Yeah.
This microphone.
Yeah.
I'm fancy. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also being able to survive off very little and be
Yes.
comfortable in that. It's a fucking skill.
like a little sore rat. Just
Yeah, I'm like, I've got this much money left for the week. That's okay, because I can buy this amount of candy, and I can just go for walks and like know all of the free things that are fun, you know.
it's wild. You change your perspective as well. Like
Yeah.
even walking here, I walked half an hour, and I didn't want to pay for an Uber, but I'm also like exercise.
Exactly. Oh, babe, I'll walk everywhere. Walk everywhere to stop paying for Ubers. It's great.
It's awesome.
Every time we go to the pub, like anywhere up the street, there are so many pubs around here. And we go,
Great.
you know, often to see friends. And every single time we leave, I'm like to Jacob, little walk home. And he's like, no, it's cold. It's late. I'm drunk. Let's get an Uber. And I'm like, oh, it's a nice walk.
Please, a little walk.
It's a nice free walk.
Yes, a nice free walk.
Yeah. Also, I am kind of a Labrador in that I love to be walked, you know.
It's nice. You forget how nice a walk is.
It's so good.
It is.
I've been working as a dog walker actually lately.
Have you actually?
Yeah, I've cut down on most of it now because of busyness, but
Yeah.
it's awesome.
What a cool job. It
Right?
seems like a very New York City.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, fully.
That's great.
Fully.
How do you even get into that?
Well, I quit my full-time job. It was a great job, but also
What was that?
terrible. I was a writer at like an online magazine.
That's cool.
It was cool. It was just like bad pay, bad environment, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Crazy boss. But I love whispering on the podcast like there's not a microphone. Crazy boss. And I was like, no, fuck this. I'm going to quit. I'm going to walk dogs. And Jacob's like, I don't know if there are that many dogs, babe. What? And I was like, no, I'll find them. I went online, Googled, found a couple. I had a friend who had a dog who was like, yeah, walk my dog. And then I just found a woman on Airtasker looking for an assistant, and she had like her whole business set up. She just needed someone. It was perfect.
Great.
Yeah.
And then you just did it through the lady.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
awesome. And
Yeah.
you love dogs, obviously.
I do.
You're not like every walk.
That would be a really bad job if I didn't like dogs. I'm so scared.
That's my fear of dog walking, is that they're going to turn on me.
Oh, really? I mean, I think you get to know the dogs pretty well, but I also was very lucky. I had just all lovely dogs.
Great.
Yeah, I've got one who's a very cheeky boy who I still walk sometimes, but he is he's just anxious, you know. It's never coming at me, so
That's
he
good.
just barks at the wind. So
Yeah.
fine.
I'm guessing you know enough about dogs to be like, he's not.
Yeah, but that's an understandable fear. My mum gets scared of dogs as well, and it's like it is understandable. They can, like all animals. We've been watching fucking Planet of the Apes, right?
Yeah.
And Jacob's like so scared of chimps, particularly.
Yes, me too.
He's like, because they can just switch. And I said, babe, that's like being a woman around men.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's exactly it.
He's like, you never know, you know? They could be one way and then they could switch. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's life.
And something that recently I've been thinking about is when someone talks about a guy, I'm like, oh no, not him. He's a great guy. And I'm like, yeah, to me. You never know.
God, isn't it a sad reality?
Yeah, you never know what they're like.
It's true. It's really scary.
Yeah. And it's also funny saying like, don't trust men when you're in like a committed relationship.
I know.
It's like, but mine's pretty good.
I
But don't trust
know.
men.
Isn't it wild? It's so wild. I feel like, I mean, I've got some beautiful men in my life, you know? It's
Yes.
a wonderful thing to have. But, well, I mean, I listen to, I consume so much content that is just so feminist and so, you know, looking at the different dynamics, and a lot of that includes very misogynistic, abusive men, and I'm just banging on about it constantly, but mine's really nice.
Yeah, mine's pretty good actually.
That's so good. How long have you been with your boy?
I've been with him for 5 years.
Oh my God.
Yes, he's a very nice boy, and I'm so grateful.
That's so
And if I had to go
nice.
back into the dating world, I would end myself.
Fuck that.
I would end myself.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you one to do dating, like very intentionally dating before him?
Was I?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So you
was
probably
not
wouldn't
dating.
have
I
to.
wasn't looking for anyone.
Yeah.
Because I find that in my experience, when I was looking for someone, just that desperate energy,
Yeah.
you will never find anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It stinks.
terrible. I would. I just kept dating friends. I'd just be like, look around, be like, all right,
You.
let's bang. This isn't going to complicate anything. And that's why I left Brisbane. Brisbane.
That's fair. Are you glad? Do you feel like you made the right choice?
Leaving? Yeah, I love Sydney.
Great.
It's so nice. I love Brisbane. It's lovely. But yeah, it's good. Why, you want to come to Sydney?
No.
Damn it.
I would if it weren't for the weather. I can't stand the weather.
What about it? The coldness right now?
The coldness. This is the first time I've seen the sun, and I've been here in a week.
Oh, it's not normally that bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, climate change, so it's probably only going to get worse, but...
Yeah. I just can't stand the cold.
Yeah, okay. I lived in Melbourne for a little bit, and I think maybe comparatively, I'm like, Sydney's beautiful.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, but it does get pretty cold, so it's fair.
When I eat this, should I not do it in the mic?
No, do it in the mic. Let them hear it.
It's really good.
So you did poetry.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's so interesting. It's so cool. How long were you doing? And was it like spoken word poetry? Yeah, because you were performing, right?
Yeah, spoken word. But I did
Yeah.
theater, and I wrote a book, and I did it for,
Fucking hell.
I don't know, 7 years.
Oh my God. Wow. How is the community compared to stand-up comedy?
So different.
I bet.
So different. Like, first of all, there was a community.
Yeah.
Like, it's very community oriented.
Supportive and...
And when you're touring, like, there's that many people who actually care about poetry. When you're doing shows in places,
Yeah.
and you're going to a state that you don't know, it's kind of like a given that you're going to stay on someone's couch.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be like, oh, you've never met this person who's a poet in wherever.
Yeah.
Stay on their couch.
Oh,
As long as you
wow.
need, it's fine. Whereas in comedy, that's not the vibe.
No.
You have to ask, you have to build friendships, and even still, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
but in poetry, it's like a given.
Wow.
We know we're all broke. We know we're all struggling.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
know we all
yeah.
have to be nice to each other.
That sounds lovely.
So wholesome.
Damn.
Not the vibe in comedy.
No, not at all. I would be a little wary to stay on a lot of comedians' couches, though.
There's also that. Not with poetry. You don't really.
Wow.
Because it's different type of people. It's the art of vulnerability and kindness and empathy.
Yeah. Damn. That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
No.
Tell me more about that.
No, I don't miss it. I don't. I just. This is getting a bit deep, but like I would talk a lot about my experience as a Black woman and like sharing sad stories. And it's something that felt so dehumanizing about Black pain for sale.
Yeah, okay.
Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm selling my pain to you, and you're paying $20 to hear the saddest, deepest, most traumatic parts of my life.
Yeah.
And then I leave feeling like trash.
Yeah,
And then you as a
okay.
white person leave feeling like I did something.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
A little trauma porny kind of, yeah.
Trauma porn.
Damn.
And
That's fair.
I also felt like I'm such a multifaceted person. Like I'm fun, I'm
Yeah.
happy. And then this was kind of like I wouldn't say it was a lost straw, but like someone drew me and I was like, yeah, just look at me and draw what you see. And then the drawing was the saddest woman.
Oh, no.
I looked
just got
like
chills.
a runaway slave.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
I was like, I'm so happy. I'm such a
Yeah.
happy person. Is this the vibe I'm giving out to the world?
Damn.
So I was like, I don't think this is me.
Okay. Far out. I mean, I imagine that any kind of consistent singular tone after a certain amount of time, people would probably feel that way. Like you know, you see comedians, old dogs especially, being so sincere as they get older, or on podcasts and like having a space for it. I think that's because we are all fucking nuanced and layered, and we want to show off all these other little bits, right? Damn. Cool. Conscious decision. Very nice.
But yeah, that's so true. Even as stand-ups, like you have to change.
Yeah, like it's kind of psycho when you meet a comic and they're just on nonstop. And you're like, oh, is there something else here?
I can't stand it.
Yeah, it's not good.
I used to find it really strange before I started stand-up when I would meet comedians and on stage they were happy and in the green room, silence. not talking, just like this all the time. And now I get it.
Yeah, it is understandable.
Are you that?
Sometimes, although I do try to bring my honest mood to the stage. So if I am really feeling a bit blah, then I'll be like, "Bleh," when I get up, but I'm still trying to be funny about it. But I'm kind of like, I feel like shit, or I cried a little bit today, and then like, let's laugh about that.
That's great. You're honest.
Yeah, I try to. Otherwise, if I mean, obviously, I can just go on autopilot, but I'm never happy with a set. If
Of course.
Right. It's like I want to be present. Yeah.
I want to hear about you. How has your stand-up changed from coming to Sydney? How has doing stuff online impacted your stand-up? How has that entire process been?
Sydney was really cool. The first thing I noticed was just how having so many big like headliners around constantly just made me want to do better. Having like, you know, sitting with Luke Heggie in the green room talking about like when I was working for this writing job and saying like, I feel like it's using all my words because I'm fucking writing 6 articles a day. And
My God.
yeah, he was just like, don't do that then. Use a different part of your brain. And just getting this amazing advice from wonderful people everywhere around me was awesome. But I think that a lot of my growth has probably been just what would happen anywhere because of, you know, I'm only 6 years in now, so it's still just like figuring exactly. But it's nice because I'm at a point now where I'm like, oh, I actually feel like I sound like me.
Wow.
It's very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you feel that?
For sure.
Yeah, it's a great place to be.
I feel like I have the confidence to be me.
Yeah.
Like, just because I felt like you kind of have to, you know, like get up and talk like this.
Yeah.
But it's actually just better if you get on stage and you just talk like this because it's just way more authentic.
It is. It's very palpable to the crowd as well, you know? They can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool.
Aggressive when you're like trying to get their attention.
Yeah, totally. They can smell the desperation as well. Like,
Yeah. And remembering like I'm worthy of people's attention
yeah.
just the way I am.
Yeah.
I don't need to do the eccentrics.
That's so poignant. I've definitely found, because I don't go crazy hard on the online content except for just clips of shows and like podcasts and that sort of stuff. But I did find there was a little period there, probably a year ago, maybe, where I was doing gigs, setting up my camera every single time and then trying to do gigs for the videos.
Oh my God, yes.
Right?
I went through that. It's
yeah.
so fucking cringe.
Yeah. And then
I know you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like baiting audience members and oh my God, it's yuck.
Who's sad?
Yeah.
Who's
What'd you
crazy?
say? Someone makes a tiny whisper. What was that? Is that gonna make me go viral?
It's cringe.
It's so
to
bad.
watch.
It's so bad. But
so cringe.
you know, you learn, get out of it, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been the same.
Yes, and it's so fucking cringe.
Yeah.
And then I see other people doing it and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because someone will say something, they're like, what do you do? And then they'll be like, oh, I'm a mechanic. And he goes, oh, mechanic.
Oh, I've got something for that.
Like trying to make something out of nothing. It's, we all know it's boring. Don't try to make it seem good. Yuck. And I do that. So it's good seeing other people doing that and being like, all right.
Yeah.
Just be authentic and be present.
Yeah. It's a funny thing to watch people grow into comedy. I was thinking about how, you know, you can meet a comic and you have this impression of them, and especially if you don't live in the same city, you could hold on to that impression of them the entire time until the next time you see them.
Yes.
And it's weird when you're like, if you're in the same city that you started, or you're just like around people that you started with, or any of that, and you have these ideas of them and you don't have room for like their growth.
Yes.
And I think to myself, I'm like, gosh, oh, I hope that people don't think that I'm still, you know, doing that or this. And it was interesting. I did my show in Brisbane recently, and I was so happy to get to do it Kale at Good Chat was just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's been like 3 years. What do you mean?
Of course I'm better.
Yeah. I would
That's
fucking
really
hope
cool.
so. Yeah.
You don't know until you see them. Like when I saw
That's
you
true.
at Good Times Rowing, Shad's gig. Very funny.
Shad's gig.
Or Good Chat gig.
Oh. Yes.
You
Yeah.
were there to anyway, yeah, very funny.
Oh, that's sweet.
And yeah, it's very cool.
It is.
I like that, like seeing someone after a period of time and being like,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
That's great.
It's so cool. It's such a good feeling, but I definitely try to remember it as far as even just socially, emotionally, like not just them on stage, but people that you see start and they behave a certain way that's maybe annoying or crazy or whatever. And I'm like,
You're
oh,
crazy.
You're so nuts.
If someone said it that way, I'd cry.
I try to remember though, I'm like, oh, they were just brand new and I was brand new. And also a lot of us were like young, little babies. Like most people
Yes.
starting are in their early 20s. It's like, we're all going to grow up. Okay.
So humiliating. Do you remember something that you did starting out where you were like, I was crazy or I was just embarrassing and cringe?
Yeah. Most of my dating history until my current partner.
Oh, really? It was cringe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I accidentally exclusively have dated comics since starting. And that is all across the board from open micers to me, you know, having a older, more experienced comic be like, yeah, do you want to come write? And me being like, oh, wow, they want to write with me. You know, the classic shit.
Yeah.
And it's so embarrassing.
It's okay.
Thanks. What about you? Anything
Yeah, the
come to
whole-
mind?
Oh my God, a billion and trillion things. I remember I asked this booker for advice after my set. And I was like, oh, how do you think it went? How can I improve? And he goes, it was very good, very funny, very clever, but maybe don't open with the joke about pissing in someone's mouth. It kind of puts people off. And I was like, of course it does. What's wrong with me? Why does he even have to say that to me? Maybe don't start with that.
I think that's gold.
Why would I say that? I don't believe in it. It doesn't mean
Oh my
anything.
God, yeah.
Why?
That's so funny.
And I did that so many times. I actually got kicked out of a place for doing that joke.
Really? What place?
It was what was it called? Okay, so you know Good Chat?
Uh-huh.
There's a place right next to it. Tiger Eye Bar.
Oh, yeah.
It's called, have you been there?
I know the place, but I haven't been.
Okay, so they do open mics.
Yeah, okay.
It's called Tiger Eye Bar.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
for musicians. But me and another comedian, Will Wang, we just stormed it, did stand up.
Awesome.
I did the joke about, like, to a woman, have you ever thought of pissing in your partner's mouth? No one liked it. And turns out the partner was the owner.
Oh, God.
So when I left and then went back for the next open mic,
Yeah.
he stopped me as I was going to sign up for the board. He's like, people actually complained about you.
Oh, my
So
God.
no comedians are allowed.
Oh, my God.
Tell your friend he's not allowed either.
Oh, my
And
God.
from that point on, they stopped doing stand up as a craft.
You got comedy banned. That's crazy. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, he said never come back.
Wow. Wow. I was I was not banned, but not booked for some time for a girl gig down here, which this actually really threw me because I was doing apparently dark material. I don't know. Apparently talking about eating disorders and sexual assault and stuff is really dark or whatever. But I was, you know, working shit out for a show, whatever. And and it's good stuff. Like these jokes are good.
Right.
And it's a girl show.
It's a girl show.
I would think if anywhere it was going to be accepted and
It's here.
appropriate. Yeah. And the booker was just like, oh, we
It
had
was a girl?
someone. Yeah. Yeah. She was like, we had someone who was really worried. And they did say it was probably your experience, but like, we just don't want to upset people. And I was like,
What the hell?
damn.
What jokes were you doing?
What
What's a joke?
Okay, I
that
may
you
have,
think did it.
I may have done. This one's probably a little bit much.
When you're getting raped and you're crying.
Kind of. I said the worst thing my rapist did was forget that he raped me. I was like, so rude. There's more to it. But yeah, it's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, I thought it'd be the place.
I think so too.
Thank you.
If it's your experience, it's your
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, exactly.
There's there's a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
Bookers telling
Right?
people. Did you say bookers raping? Yeah. A lot of bookers telling people not to talk about their essay experiences.
Really?
Yeah, because that's really interesting.
Wow.
To say that there's a topic that you cannot talk about.
That's crazy. Especially a topic like that. Like that's... I absolutely understand wanting to give people warnings. Because I understand that sometimes it's just too fresh.
But it's a joke. You don't want to give away the punchline.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I put like trigger warnings on my show on the booking sites and stuff. But yeah, it's weird. It's a complicated thing. Hey, it's like, I don't know. I think that being able to joke about it's really helpful. I've certainly had people tell me that they found it helpful. Like
Good.
I did a whole show about eating disorders and had multiple girls telling me like how nice it was to laugh about something that made them so sad.
100%.
It's the best. It's
I would personally love to see that.
Oh man, well, it'll be released actually when this episode comes out. It'll be online. I'll give you a link. It's fun.
That's awesome. I would love to see that because, yeah, I think most girls go through eating disorders
Yeah.
in high school, and
Yeah.
seeing someone talk about it, it's like
Yeah.
normalizes it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm making a lot of fun of it because it's just so silly.
It's such a weird disorder where I don't know what your experience was, but when I was getting really skinny, people were like, I remember my doctor was like, "Good job."
Yep. It's wild.
I was like, "That's not the right response."
So wild. That's not it.
No.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I look back at photos of myself at like the worst, and I still thought I looked fat, which is
Really?
nuts. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I looked so sick. And
Really?
yeah, and
Like visibly unwell.
like visibly unwell, and my skin was like gray. I had massive eye bags. I looked so unwell. And at the time I'd never had more sexual validation, male validation
Really?
in my life. It was
Because of
wild.
how skinny you looked?
I was just like, because I dropped all of this weight very suddenly. So it was just immediately like, oh my God, who is she? It was wild. Yeah. So it's a very interesting and difficult thing to get out of because, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, that's better. Do that.
And no one weight is such a taboo topic that when someone loses a lot of weight in a short period of time, no one knows the right response.
Yeah.
Good job, or what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Are you sick? Are you dying? Yeah. I try to just not comment on it for the most part. I'll say like, oh my God, you look amazing, you know? But not specifically about people's weight. And usually I just tell people when they look beautiful in general, you know?
Yeah, it's rough. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like, even if you do need help, like, what's someone going to say? Let's talk about your weight now.
Yeah, it's a prickly little subject.
It is.
Anyway, how's your career trajectory been received by your peers in Brisbane?
Ooh, by my peers in Brisbane.
Yeah. Because for the listeners, like you've had quite a couple of years where you've just kind of fucking leveled this shit. What
lot
you're
of
doing is
fun.
amazing.
Thank you, vice versa.
Oh, thank you. But like, yeah, you're killing it. It's so cool.
How my peers in Brisbane.
Yeah.
I feel like from the because I did so many shitty gigs, but whereas other people didn't want to do them and they didn't show love to those bookers, I did. Like, I was like, these shitty bookers, these shitty rooms. From those shitty shows and shitty open mics, I get a lot of love from them.
Of course. Yeah.
A lot of support from other comedians. I don't know. It's still the same. Like
Yeah,
they don't treat you any differently. They don't say anything. So I don't know.
See, the not saying anything, that's what I'm interested in because I've definitely had that. And anyone else I talk to, especially with like online success stuff, anyone else I've spoken to on this podcast has just been like, yeah, well, my friends are really supportive and lovely. And I'm like, am I fucking crazy? Because I've definitely had, you know, some of that, of course, lovely. But I've had some people who I thought were much closer to just like not say a thing.
Which is weird.
It's weird,
because
right?
it's like, you should say something.
Yeah.
You should be like,
It's like, hey, wow, you've got a bunch of followers now. This is a crazy thing. I would say that. It's very interesting.
It's pretty wild. And I think because maybe no one notices until you've like your videos have done well.
Yeah.
They don't notice the hundreds and thousands of failures.
Yeah.
And all the videos you post and how much work you put in. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, you got followers now. It's like I've been failing for eons.
Yeah. All the effort that goes into it.
Yeah, so much failure, so much shame. Whereas if someone went through that much failure and shame, and then I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm so inspired by you.
Yeah.
That's why I love it when I see creators who post for ages and get fuck all reception, and then all of a sudden they just pop.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, that's so inspiring to me.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
It's really
I
cool.
feel like Nick White on his Instagram, he was posting for ages.
Yeah, he was.
And only recently has he found his people.
Yeah.
But that's so inspiring to me
It really is.
because he didn't just pop up.
Yeah, I think that I'm definitely one of those people. I'm guilty of not seeing all of that effort and just thinking not that people aren't working really hard, but just thinking like, wow, it's just happening so quickly.
And
you
the
know?
algorithm doesn't let you see it because if something
course.
bombs, they're not pushing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's true.
But people be failing.
Yeah, I guess it's just like when anyone's an overnight success, like celebrities and stuff. They're like, oh, they just
Overnight
came out of
success.
nowhere. It's like, no, they've been working for 15 years.
100%.
Yeah.
They've been
Damn.
bombing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, it's weird.
It is. Yeah, okay. I'm glad that you're getting some love and some support from people around you anyways.
Yeah, it's like, tell me how you feel on this podcast.
Yes.
It's going to be seen by
Leave
100,000
it in
people.
the comments.
Yeah, how about you? Do you feel like you've gotten a lot of support and a lot of love?
A little here and there. Yeah, a lot from the people who matter most, you know. So that's really all I gotta look at. But yeah, on days like today, like when I'm having a crazy brain day, I go, oh my god, everyone hates me, blah blah blah. You know, I spiral.
I feel that way as well. And then I'm like, oh yeah, no one gives a damn.
No one cares. That's right. That is the most important thing to remember.
Not a single thing. And I feel like it's so much about themselves. Where
Yeah.
if someone's doing well, they're like, well, why aren't I?
Yeah.
What about me? Mm-hmm. It's always like so personal.
I also think that there's that Australianism of tall puppy shit.
They don't like that.
They don't like it at
We
all.
don't like that at all.
I'm going to America later this year, and I'm
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm
Good.
so excited. I'm just want to experience people boasting.
Yes.
You know, I want to see people boast.
It's crazy because I don't talk to many African Americans. The first African American I became friends with when I went to the States, we were just talking. He's like, you see this? $20,000 on my wrist. He's like telling me how much he earns. I did not ask. I'm like, this is what I like.
That's awesome.
He's like, I make so much money. And I'm like, he's telling me about his, he had like a videographer he took around with him and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, your videographer probably makes more than me to bank. He's like, yeah, he does. I was like,
So
wow,
sick.
this is cool.
Damn.
I like this because then they're open. They're like, this
Yeah.
is how I succeeded.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I did it.
That's exactly
I'm like,
it.
That's great.
That's exactly it. I have made like some friends with comics in the States just from me being a psycho stalker for years.
yeah.
You know, I love to do it, and they are so wonderful. Not remotely gatekeepy-ish. You know, they're just doing exactly that. Of yeah, this is how you do it. It's actually really helpful.
yes.
Why aren't we adopting this here?
Be honest.
Yeah.
About everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask so many questions. I'm like, how did you do this? How did you get here? Da, 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 da. I want to
Yeah.
know everything.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like if you ask that to Aussies, they're like,
Totally.
why are you?
Totally. Yeah, that's why I like to be honest with people. Like, oh, how did you get this guest on the podcast? I'm like, I asked them, you know, but then also being like, lucky getting a following helps you ask them. But I'm like, you just have to ask for things, and like I have no wisdom, but anything. I'm like, let me tell you, please.
Yes.
For God's sakes.
We need to share everything.
Yeah, it's not like there's a limited amount of success out there. It's crazy to think that.
100%. And how one person popped off is not how you're going to pop off. I feel like how you're gonna pop off is gonna be a mixture of them and them and them and them, and it's gonna mix into your own thing.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
And you don't know how you're gonna pop off, because that's why I feel like jealousy is it's pointless.
It is pointless. Do you ever feel it, but
100% all the time.
because logically I know that, but it's so hard to not feel.
Like I had a phase where like because I feel like I love comedians.
Yeah.
I love comics. because we understand each other on such a deep level. And if I ever catch myself feeling jealousy towards another comic, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because you're my friend.
Yeah,
Why
totally.
am I feeling this way? So now on my Instagram, I had to be like, if I ever catch myself feeling jealousy towards someone I love, I unfollow them.
Yeah.
Not because I
yeah.
don't fuck with you.
I do
Because
that.
I like you more.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel like this.
Yeah, totally. I
Towards
completely get that. I do that with like a little mute or something. I just can't see you in my space right now. I just do not want to
Because
think.
you're such a star. You're so bright.
Yeah.
It's out of love.
Oh my God, I am going to cry. That's so beautiful.
I hope they get that. Like I've said that to a comedian. I was like, I hope he understands.
Yeah. Oh, did he receive it well?
I don't know. I said it to him and he's like, that's weird.
Oh my God.
I
We
was
see,
like-
if he was a girl, he'd get it.
Yeah.
I've spoken to a couple of girls about doing exactly that, and they all get it.
They get it?
Yeah. It's like, if you ever post anything and I'm not seeing it, don't be offended. It's
If I unfollow you, I love you more than all the other people.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh God, what a gorgeous conversation. I've got some sleepover games for us to play if you want,
I would love that.
as is tradition on this podcast.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, do you know about attachment theory? Like to be anxiously attached or avoidant attached or anything like that? Okay.
Yeah.
This would you rather is probably not going to be very good then. How about this would you rather? This is something that we've been speaking about, and also I haven't covered it on the pod, and I just would like to get a hot take on it. Would you rather man or bear?
Ooh.
You know, the discussion, the discourse for any listeners who are not consuming any content except for this. The question is, would you rather be in a forest alone with a man or a bear? A stranger, like a random man or a bear?
Seriously? Logistically?
Seriously.
A man, because I'm arrogant and I think I can take him. Like I've been working out. I've been doing a lot of cardio. I'm ready.
Yeah, great.
And also, if I take off my wig, I can look like a man. So
Not true. You got a gorgeous face.
thank you.
And body.
But I can switch if need be.
I love that. I love the confidence.
What do you reckon?
I think if it was a black bear, I'd probably say bear.
I thought you were going to say if it was a black man, I'd say bear. I was like, bitch, you can't say that.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
No.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
A black bear.
If it was a black bear?
Yeah, they're basically puppies.
Really?
They're really
Cool.
sweet. I mean, unless it's winter and it's starving. But a black bear in the summer, I guess there are a lot of stipulations here.
If. Okay, bet.
But I do suppose I'm pretty.
What if you can't choose the bear? It's just a bear and you don't know what the circumstance.
It's really hard. It's really hard. I'd probably still go bear. I think I'd still go bear.
Yeah.
Even though I do feel like I'm, you know, I did MMA as a kid. Okay, I could fight too, maybe.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They are very strong. And
Everyone
a bear,
thinks we can take a man. And then we're like, ah.
Okay. Here's my reasoning here.
Yes.
Best case scenario. Best case scenario, the man is a nice man. Best case scenario for the bear, it's a lovely little bear that I get to pat and be friends with. Like, a bear's way cuter than a man.
For sure.
Right? I'm choosing the bear based solely off that.
That's good. That's
Thank
good
you.
reasoning.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, man. And then I'm like, nice man.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's that? Introduce me to this.
Our boyfriends.
Oh, yeah. Aiden.
I'm just saying, you know, it's like best case scenario with a random man. It's like, oh, yeah, have a chat. Like, what are we going to do? I have a boyfriend.
Sorry. I had to tell my rapist I had a boyfriend, and he was really cool about it.
Oh
sorry,
my
that's-
God.
That's bad.
I'm getting demonetized today. Okay, the next game is Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Ooh.
Now, I have made some assumptions to think that I personally am putting a lot of my own bias on these things to think that they are somewhat grueling at times. So Fuck, Marry, Kill, the actual admin of content creation, booking gigs, and pumping yourself up to be funny when you're not really feeling it.
Oh my God.
Sorry for the very conceptual.
So-
Fuck, marry, kill.
Pumping yourself up when you're not ready to do gigs, the admin, and then what was the other one?
The second one was also the admin of content creation specifically. So like the editing,
okay.
all of that. And the third one was booking the gigs.
Okay, I feel like that's easy. I'd marry the admin of content creation because I actually enjoy that.
She loves it. Oh
I
my
love it.
God.
I'd fuck the booking of gigs.
Okay.
And I'd kill... No. I'd kill booking of gigs.
Yeah.
And I'd fuck the other one.
Pumping yourself up. All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
Good answers.
Yeah.
Very good answers. Now, I also have a kind of new game. I watched the movie Always Be My Maybe last night. Yesterday, whatever. I watched a lot of movies this week with my mum.
Sweet.
And I was inspired. It's not really even any kind of groundbreaking game. It's just called Icebreaker, and it's just some questions that are icebreakers. In the show, the movie, they did say one of theirs was, who in this room would you kill? But it's just us. So I think that might be a little bit hard. So for you, I have, who was your first celebrity crush?
Jesse McCourtney.
Jesse McCartney.
McCartney.
Okay,
McCourtney.
McCourtney. Jesse
Yeah.
McCourtney.
I loved him.
Hot. Okay, beautiful soul.
I don't want another pretty
yeah,
face.
yeah. Okay, all right.
I
Great
was
call.
like 3, like, pick me.
Oh my God.
No, don't pick me, Jesse.
Well, he was only like 13, you know? Yeah, all right. Cool. I'm so impressed that you remembered that and recalled it so quickly.
I love him. Who is yours?
Wow. I never know. I don't
Really?
know. Celebrity? I really liked Ricky Gervais. I know.
It's good you took a while to remember that. That one's.
I know.
Why?
I
You
think
like
Salma
chubby
Hayek.
boys? You like chubby?
I like all size of boys. Salma Hayek might have been up there.
Salma Hayek. Oh yeah, Salma. Yeah.
Her in Dogma, I remember being like, wow.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I know. My standards are very different for men and women.
That is so sad to the Ricky Gervais out there of women.
I'm sure I'd love them too.
Just the tuck shop lady. Like, why not me? That's really funny.
All right. What is your dumbest pet peeve?
My dumbest pet peeve.
Yeah.
A pet peeve.
Something that kind of gets on your nerves, but a ridiculous one.
When people don't fight with their siblings,
Okay.
it gives me the ick.
Okay.
It's like, what's going on here?
do you want them fighting with their siblings at all times or just sometimes in
Just-
general?
No. This is my ick. I've got another one.
Felt so
When
specific.
people, men specifically, don't give me enough information. Like my partner, he'll be like, "Oh, these people just broke up." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why?" He's like, "I didn't ask."
Yeah.
That's the first question I would have asked.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
some detail. Is this all men or is it just?
No, I think honestly, I probably do the opposite of that with Jacob. Sometimes when I've got some tea for him and he asks me more, and I'm like, oh, I didn't feel like it was my place to ask.
Give me the
That's fair.
because I'm a nosy person. So
Okay. No, that's really reasonable.
I'm very nosy.
All right. If you remember it, what's the worst joke you've ever written?
Probably the one about peeing in the person's mouth.
What's the whole joke? I'll be honest with you. I had a piss drinking joke as well. We all go through that stage.
Yes, it's a rite of passage. Yeah. Should actually do you say yours first, so I feel less bad.
My piss drinking joke.
Yeah, can you remember it?
Yeah, I would say I've been trying this new joke out on my boyfriend at home. Every time he needs to pee, I go, He hates it, and it's a joke, but it's he won't do it. It's starting to get to me. I'm starting to get jealous of the toilet. And I said, don't worry, it's fine. I just started taking nasty shits to get back at it.
I think I've heard that before.
Yeah, almost certainly. It wasn't that long ago. It just didn't make it into the show recently, so I consider it retired.
That's so funny. What made you realize, I should stop?
There was a lot of disgusting content in my show about having bulimia already, so I figured there's only so many times I can make the audience also want to throw up before this is like illegal.
Did you believe that? Do you actually like the taste of piss and all?
Oh, I've never drunk any piss.
So you're all talk.
Yeah, 100%. The only times he's ever been like, okay, let's go, I'm like, yuck, no.
I think that's the thing with me. It's like if you don't believe it, stop.
Yeah, okay.
Because that was my joke. I'm like, why am I doing this? The joke was like, it's not even a joke. It was just a series of uncomfortable statements. I was like, sometimes when my boyfriend is, I have so much power. I think I could just be in his mouth, and there's nothing he could do about it. And I'm, and then I do that, and then I say, would you ever? I just pick a woman.
Yeah,
would you
yeah,
ever you should, and I'm like, you should try it. There's no joke.
Yeah,
there's no reason. Why?
It makes people uncomfortable, and that makes them laugh.
They wouldn't even laugh.
Well, they have no taste, okay?
So embarrassing. The women would sometimes giggle, and the men are like, oh no.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So after I got banned, I stopped doing that joke.
Oh, wow. What a sad day for the world. I'm glad we've got it here now.
Oh, God.
Although you did severely whisper most of it, so people will have to lip read.
Try their best. I will never forget what the guy said to me who ran the space. He goes, I'm a massive lover of the arts. I support poetry, music, dance, but comedy, I have to ban it. I'm sorry. I'm like, damn.
It's always the first to go.
I ruined an art form. That's fucked.
You've tainted his entire view of stand-up comedy now.
I want to go back because it's so close to good chat and be like, I'm different.
Yeah. Oh my God, you should.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah, good. Go do a shit joke now. Oh my God. Falling into the pot.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm different. That's great.
Thank you so much for coming here. It's been so wonderful.
I had so much fun.
I'm so glad.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You want to tell everyone where they can find you and what you're doing?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Anisa _Nandaula. You're not going to have trouble spelling that. So just write Anisa and a black face will pop up. And it'll be hopefully me and not some white guy.
Is there a white guy with your name?
With blackface? I hope not.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that probably still somewhere. If we're being honest. The internet is a fucking place.
Crazy place.
Oh, yeah. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I will see y'all next week. Bye. Hey, guys. I'm just dropping in again at the very end of the episode to say hey and I love you. Go watch my show now if you want. It's up. It's on Patreon. The link is in the description of the show. You can just Google Patreon, the friend request. It's only $5. It's the cost of a cup of coffee. I don't know if that's true. Coffee's like $5.50 where I am. Anyway, I don't know where you are. But please go check it out if you want to. But I need 2,000 subscribers to meet to get to my goal for this thing. So, and if you want to, obviously you can just subscribe, watch the show, unsubscribe if you don't want to keep listening, but we will be putting out monthly bonus content for the podcast as well. So if you're into it, please get in there. Go on, Go watch me. It's a really funny show. You're going to love it. Mwah. Oh, also, sorry, I sing in it. There's a song in it. I haven't even told anyone. I don't know if that entices you or makes you want to watch it less, but I sound pretty good. So go on. Do yourself a favor. Love you. Okay, bye. Bye. See you next week.